All right, let's look at the inequalities with radicals. This is an example of that. So let's solve this inequality, square root of x plus 2 greater than x plus 1. So we want to find all values of x that actually satisfy this inequality. The first thing you have to be aware of is the restriction for this radical. And this restriction is that x has to be greater than and equal to -2. All right. So it cannot be smaller than -2 because the radical will have a negative radicand and that will not be allowed. That is not allowed. So from this point on, we're just going to treat that just like an equation and solve a radical equation. That's what we're going to do. All right. Okay, we're going to take the square root of both sides. That's the first thing we're going to do. So we're going to raise both sides of the equation or inequality, exponent 2. The reason we're doing that, we want to undo the radical sign here. So when you do this, what you will get is x plus 2, because that square root and that power of 2, they'll neutralize, greater than, and then this becomes x plus 1 all squared, and you expand that, x squared plus 2x plus 1 binomial distribution, and I trust that you can do that. Okay, now we're going to isolate the variables, and we're going to bring all the variables to one side, x squared, that would be plus x, because negative x from both sides of the inequality, and then -1 because -2, you subtract 2 from both sides, and that what you will get, and that's 0 on this side. So this original inequality right here has become this inequality. All right, next step. We are going to use whatever method that we can to solve this quadratic. You can call it inequality, but we can treat it as an equation right now, and then we will deal with that. Now, this is not a factorable quadratic, so we have to use quadratic formula. And the quadratic formula, if you remember, it is, I'm going to put it up here, two possible answers for x, and this is the quadratic formula, minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a, and it is coming from the standard form of ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0 of the quadratic equation. All right, we're going to plug numbers in where a, b, c. A is the coefficient of the x squared, b is the coefficient of x, middle term, c is the constant. We're going to plug numbers in from this equation or from this quadratic, and using these values, coefficient 1 here, and -1 for the c. Plug numbers in, and then we're going to simplify. When you plug in the leading coefficient of x squared and x and a constant c into the quadratic formula, you will get this. This is the exact substitution, okay? And I have put in 1 in here for red, so if it doesn't show anything in front, that means the coefficient is 1. All right, and the next one is here in 1. Remember, we have simplified the top inequality to get this one. And then when you plug the numbers in, if you get the exact value, that's different, but I use the calculator to 3 decimal places, and then these are the two possible answers that we're going to get. Now, we're going to try to put in, we're going to test each of these values and see if they work, and then that would be the final answer. All right, when we plug numbers in, so the first one is the first answer, -1.618, and we plug it in here, original inequality, we'll end up getting -0.16 less than whatever this value is. And this value, if you notice, this is a -1.618 plus 2, so this is approximately positive 0.4. Now a positive value is greater than a negative value. So this makes sense. So that means we have the first answer. That's okay. That makes sense, and that's it. That's a possible answer right there. The next one, we're going to try this one, 618, which is the second solution we got. We're going to plug that in. Now, when you do the math in this one, you're actually going to get this value here is equal to that value. But remember, this inequality is greater than, strictly greater than. So that means we can include that in our final answer. This is how you're going to write this in terms of an interval value solution for this inequality. So the first solution, negative 1.618, actually worked. It actually showed that it is greater than negative 0.618 in terms of inequality. So the first value interval that we have is x greater than negative 1.68, but also equal to it. But the second solution on interval is the 0.618, but this cannot be actual the value because our inequality is strictly inequality, it doesn't have any equal sign. So that means up to the value of 0.6184x, but not including this point, and therefore this would be the final solution for that radical inequality that we've had. All right.